Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy, Frozen Flaccid, just reporting one of these gameplays I had. Pretty interesting. You'll see throughout the game what happens. Obviously, by the title, you know that I get two Piñatas. But anyways, I'm also just gonna talk about some different subjects, just life, this last World Cup, and the changes made in the new Fortnite map, even though this is on the original map before the update. Um, so, World Cup just finished. France won against Croatia. And I watched like most of the games, I'd say. I watched pretty much every game, and if I didn't see it, then I saw the replay of it, so that pretty much counts. And I gotta say, it was didn't really turn out like I thought it would. I honestly thought Belgium would win it all, and I also thought that Portugal would make it a lot farther, but they'd both be involved in it. Fortunately, that was not the case. Um, but I mean, hats off to France. Like, I saw one person say that they're the last African team in the World Cup, because if you look at the squad, like a lot of those guys' parents are African for sure. I mean, besides like Griezmann and Yori, it's like pretty much they're all pretty much African. Well, and French, of course. But yeah, no, hats off to them. Deschamps, their coach, won a World Cup as a player and a coach. So seems like the French are just like really like on par right now, like as far as football or soccer goes. Like, I mean, look at Zidane, like he just won a Champions League, like, or he's winning like he won like Champions League after Champions League, um, and he was a beast as a French player. So I don't know, what does the world want us to know about French football right now? Like, in the past couple of years before they won the Euro, I was just like, yo, French are shit. Like, honestly, like I honestly did not think that highly of them, and I honestly did not think that they'd make it this far. Even though they won the Euro, I was like, nah, that like Belgium. See, the thing, I wanted it to be Belgium and Portugal in the finals, just because I think it'd be like a good replication of what happened in the previous World Cup um, finals, which was 2014, which was Germany and Argentina, because you have a South American team, and I know Portugal isn't South America, but I mean they kind of have that influence, and you have this like big like European team that's, and this is the interesting thing. If you look at Belgium and Germany, Belgium's flag is actually like the vertical version of Germany's, and also both of them just had like a stacked team. Like, there wasn't like one noticeable good player on either team. They just had like a squad, and Germany got fucked up, if excuse my French, this tournament in the FIFA World Cup, because they just had two young players, in my opinion. But anyways, back to Belgium. Um, I mean, they have Lukaku, De Bruyne, they have Dembele, just enforcing like a good defensive midfield, and like they just had a stacked team. And then you look at Portugal, and they have that superstar Cristiano Ronaldo, just like Argentina had the superstar Messi. So I would have liked to seen a little bit of switch up in that. And I said it didn't happen, but I mean, I'm not sad about it. I just came into the game like not World Cup final, like not really caring who won. Like, I was kind of rooting for Croatia just because, I don't know, I just didn't want France to win because I really wanted Belgium to make the finals, and they beat Belgium. But it's whatever. I think that definitely says something about French football. Like, it's here to stay. Like, and with Arsenal Football Club recently getting rid of their old French manager and getting a new French manager, previous coach of PSG. I mean, I think it's interesting because a lot of people talk shit about Arsenal. They're like, oh yeah, like, um, Arsenal is just like they're French football in an English league. Like it's just not gonna work. Like unless they have someone like Thierry Henry, it's just not gonna happen. You know. And so, I think with France winning the World Cup, I think that just like kind of puts them in a better angle for the next year of the Premiership. So we'll have to see how that goes. You know, a lot of swaps in the market. We have Cristiano Ronaldo, moving to Juventus, the Italian club, and then Gigi Buffon, the previous keeper of Juventus, moving to the French club, PSG. And you see PSG building. Also Mbappe from the French national team, also on PSG with Neymar. I mean, they are fucking building a squad right now. Like, the sad thing about PSG though is they never really make it far in Champions League. Like they do good all year, and they just get pounced on in Champions League. So I feel like, in my opinion, they're missing something, and in their case, I think it's just a good coach, like a coach who's actually a complete beast, like Jose Mourinho or something like that. If they had Jose Mourinho, they'd be just completely like dominant in Champions League. And also, interestingly enough, Zidane is now going to be a coach for Juventus, or maybe not a coach, but something on like the athletic advisory board or something like that. So he's like following Ronaldo almost. Kind of interesting to see, just because there was such a dispute between Cristiano and Bale on Real Madrid, and how Bale was getting like no playing time under Zidane. So they pretty much said, Zidane, you're out of here. And then I guess the club just didn't have enough money to support both Bale and Ronaldo, so they got rid of Ronaldo. And honestly, like Juventus has gone pretty close in Champions League finals last couple of years, so I definitely think they'll have a good chance at Champions League. All right, this is my first pinata right here. I just find this, break it down. So yeah, I was pretty stoked on that. Get my full shield going. Yeah, so that's my thoughts on soccer right now. I mean, I'm a big supporter of Manchester United, as well as Everton's, and I think it's interesting that Rooney's coming to MLS, and then we have Zlatan now, and I think that's really good for MLS. So we'll have to see about that. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. So to speak on the new updates to the map, I think it's awesome. I think it's the best map yet, personally. Just the fact that they have kind of that desert area location, I really like. There's certain areas that I feel like are undiscovered yet. I mean, they did have to take out the jail in Moisty Mire, which, I mean, the thing was no one really liked Moisty Mire for the longest time, and I feel like right before they took away, people started going there and realizing that it actually had a lot of loot and a lot of mats to give there, but it was too late, and I think it definitely needed to change. I think the next place they might change is Wailing Woods, because I see a lot less people going there. I have to say though, like taking away the TAC SMG, I thought that was pretty brilliant. Putting just regular SMG in, I think it's awesome. Now the fact that Fortnite is gonna nerf these shotguns is just ridiculous. I mean, they took away the double pump. I understand that. I mean, that was just obviously OP. Everyone understood that, and it's cool how they have this like little loading thing in the shotguns now. You can't say this is an older video, but I just feel like, and I just leave that fight right there. If you're gonna nerf the shotguns, and I mean they literally nerfed it for damage, not just hesitation on pumping and switching weapons, then why are you gonna nerf an SMG? Like, that's just ridiculous. What other options are you giving people if they can't fight with the shotgun? I mean, like literally the only thing left is an AR, and I mean, Like, ARs are always going to be the best weapon in the game, in my opinion. They just always will be. Oh yeah, and I just want to say, excuse the squeaking. It's going to happen in a lot of my videos. It's my chair. It's like an office chair. It needs some WD-40. I get it. Anyways, so, I mean, the fact that they're going to nerf the SMG, I think it's ridiculous. I think they need to make shotguns better in this game. See, look, previously, you can see my lineup right now. I'd always rock an AR, a pump, and attack. That's changed a lot. I mean, I don't really even rock a shotgun anymore, and if I do, it's probably just going to be a pump, because I think they made switching weapons even worse in this game. To me, it's just ridiculous. There I get my second pinata, as you guys can see. So once I get that, I mean, I still have a big donut right now, but I was just like, damn, I've never gotten 2 pinatas in one game. I know I'm in solos, but I've just never seen that before. So I was like, I gotta get this dub. Like, I got 2 pinatas. Like, I gotta get this shit. And it starts to get a little bit more interesting here later. Anyways, another thing that I'm just gonna talk about, like, you guys have seen, if you've seen my older posts with Damn It's YY, like, yo, we just get into real shit. Like, we're talking about, like, girls, drugs, everything. Like, we just don't give a fuck. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit intoxicated in some of those videos, but I haven't been intoxicated in a while, and, like, it's just good to talk about that shit, because, I mean, when you play video games, just trying to let it loose, you just gotta be real, you know? And, I mean, recently, I've just, like, felt like in life, you know, you can get material possessions, all sorts of material possessions, you know, like gold and silver and you know, like even PS4, like even that's a possession, you know. And you can get all these possessions, and then you can have like loved ones, like whether it's, you know, a special partner or your friends and your family, and like they'll be there for you, you know, like they'll try to not take care of you, but they'll be there for you to support you and to like recognize you as a human, hopefully. And then like when you die, you know, I mean, like they'll set up a funeral for you, like they'll probably like help you with your celebrations of life and death. But when it comes down to being in the afterlife, they're not going to be there. It's just going to be you. They can't go to the afterlife with you. That's totally your experience, no matter what. No matter if you share your whole life with them, they're always there for you. And the material things that you love, that you spent so much of a good life with, that shit's not going to be there when you die. Like, it's just you going through that. It's just you and your soul. And for that reason, I feel like you just really have to get to know yourself. Like, there's just no other option of going through it. You just have to sort of like spend time alone and just like pray and meditate and like get in touch with yourself, because when it comes down to death, like no one's gonna join you with that. That's your own shit. Like, you're going to afterlife by yourself. And like a lot of people give me shit about prayer and meditation, but I mean, it's literally built so much of this world, and like even this country that I live in, America, you know, I mean, it's a part of it. If you don't believe it, then that's your own deal. But in my case, like, if you're not hoping or wishing or praying for something, then you're just going down a negative road. Like, it's either positive or negative. It's not neither. So you might as well try to be positive and hope for things. The way I see it, and also the way I see it is, I don't know if there's any fans of Rick and Morty out there, but there's an episode where Rick takes Morty through all these different like levels of life, like universes, but it turns out to just be a battery within a battery within a battery. I don't know if any of you Rick and Morty fans have seen that at all, but that's one of my favorite episodes because it's just so powerful. And a lot of people, like, well, not a lot, some people watch Rick and Morty and they're like, it's so stupid, like, it's not even that funny, and like, I don't even get it. But the thing about Rick and Morty is they were able to create a show that's actually like kind of funny, like has that like psychedelic cartoon shit, but also has like deep shit. Like at the end of it, you're like, damn, that was fucking deep. And in that one episode, it was just like, well, actually, if I go in the future of my life, I was charging my phone, and my phone just like charged so quick, and I was like, damn, that was like the fastest my phone has ever charged, and it just like really set in my mind. I was just like, damn, like that was impressive. Like I get it. Like I'm a normal person. I'm in my 20s right now. Like I use my phone, I use electronics. Everyone does. This is a society that uses that. That's understandable. But I was just like so fucking amazed. Like it really clicked in me that someone had a phone charger that worked that quick and that well. So it just got me thinking, and then I was just like, damn, like humans like created something that works for us. Like, you know, all these years, like you look at animals and stuff, and you look at humans just being like recognized almost as the greatest species, the way we've created so much stuff. Like no species really comes above us. I mean, we made a gun. It's like like once you make a gun, like no other species is gonna fuck with you. Like you're pretty much in charge of every other species. Like we I mean, as messed up as it sounds, that's how a lot of lands were conquered, you know what I'm saying? Like we we created this gun, and then nothing beats us. So then it's like we create this other thing, which is like batteries and energy, and like our phone that works for us, and like yeah, we have fossil fuels and stuff, but it's like we just have this energy. By the way, I see that fool, I'm like, I can't get him, I'm just gonna like run the fuck away. I'm just like, not worth the fight. He kind of was getting hyped over there, and I was just like, might as well get to the circle. You'll notice how in this game, getting into the circle saves my ass. Anyways, back to what I was talking about. We made this energy that works for us, you know what I mean? And we have these batteries and generators, and then it just creates this energy for us so that we can do the things that we want to do. It works for us. We really don't I mean, you could be an electrical engineer and like really know the basics behind it, but like when you turn on a light or some shit, or you plug your phone in, do you really know what's going on? Do you really know how your phone is getting more battery so that it can work again? Do you actually understand that shit? I would say that like 99% of the people don't really understand that shit at all. So we created this thing that works for us. And like in the Rick and Morty, there's someone, like I looked at that phone charger that charged my phone, and I was like, damn, like there's a whole like world inside this phone charger with an economy and like people and like citizens, and like there's a whole world inside this one little phone charger right here. You know what I mean? There's like bakeries and all sorts of shit going on, and it just really fucking hit me there. And then I was just like, well, if that's a whole society, then we must be inside of a battery working for someone. And that's like the first time that I actually kind of like started to believe in God, because all before that, I have to admit, I was like pretty atheist. I mean, I was raised Catholic, but I was just like, after a while I was just like, why do I want to do this shit? Because like it's a Sunday, I'd rather go to the beach. Like I don't want to go to church and all that. And I just like didn't get why people were so into it. But like in that very moment when I realized like, oh shit, we're probably in a fucking battery working for something that's like above us, you know, too. Like if you think about it that way. So like what could it be? Like the only answer is God, because we don't really fucking know. Or if you want to say it's UFOs, you could say that shit too. Either one. Maybe God is an alien, I don't fucking know. But that's my feelings on that shit. Anyways, this game is interesting. First off, because I got 2 piñatas, but also because, and this is me. I mean, I'm not like fucking ninja or anything. I'm just fucking trying to kill some fools and win games. Like as you can see, I'm not getting like 20 kills in these games, but you can see that I still have tactics. Like I somehow built that rookie survival. I thought I would be able to hit that guy. I don't really particularly know where he was at, but I thought that like if I could get back up there after having healed, that maybe I'd have a good chance at slaying him before I'd have to slay one more fool. And honestly, the best decision there once again was just to run away. You guys saw that's my second time running away, and it's actually not that bad of a decision. As you can see, like it saves me from the danger that I could have had there. And you see now I'm even putting hits on this fool. Actually, I'm not really sure if that was the same guy. Could have been, but Definitely a better situation than having a guy shoot RPG missiles down on me. Definitely a better situation. So here I am, right smack down in the middle of the circle. There's two guys left here. And I'm just like, I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm also like, you know what? I have a dope place right here, and I have a steel building, and like, I don't really think anyone's gonna fuck with me. So I'm just kind of waiting it out. Put up a little defense there so that guy doesn't knock me, or sorry, eliminate me. And yeah, it's the thing about this game is that people want to take it really seriously with kills and shit like that, and then if you're like a pro or whatever, like I understand that, like you want your people to be seeing like mad kills and shit, like you want those videos of like 31 bombs and shit like that. But if you're just like a normal player, like I am right now, I mean, I'm not saying I won't ever go pro, I'm like, you know, but if you're just trying to get dubs, like just trying to get normal dubs, then the key is just being in the circle. That is the #1 key. Be in the circle and survive, and you will win every single game with Fortnite. I think anyone can tell you that. It's pretty simple. It sounds simple. It sounds so simple. It sounds fucking stupid. You know? Right now, this fool just jump at it across, and like I don't know. I thought he went to the hill that's like more like southeast, but for some reason he landed over there and shit was just going down. I was like more staying out of it at this point, but still feeling pretty calm even though he has the height. Because honestly, another thing I have to say is when it comes down to the last couple people, like I see how like height advantage is good, but if the circle isn't in your favor and you don't have jump pads, like I think this guy might have some jump pads, but if you don't have jump, oh, and I do too, I never fucking use them, then you're just gonna get attacked by every other enemy. Unless there's one other enemy, then you're pretty much good. I've lost games though where I'm like at the very top of a hill in a super high tower, and I look down and I get sniped, and that's just the fucking worst. If you're high up and you're in the circle, either have meds on you, or like don't be fucking looking down a cliff to see how like high it is. Like it's just like fucking chill and enjoy where you're at. And in my last video I showed a video of me making a sky base, and literally the way I won was just fucking healing in the end. The guy didn't even know where it was, so I was just way above him just healing. Sometimes that's just the shit you gotta do. I won with 0 kills, like, and it's a dub all the same, 1000 XP. You gotta do what you gotta do to win dubs. Now, at first I was like, damn, this guy's a pro. He's like working his way toward the other fort. He's trying to murder me. But I mean, I had some tricks up my sleeve here. I didn't know how good he was on health or anything like that. So I mean, when you're just building like ground floors and you're above, I mean, that's kind of straight up stupid. If I had an RPG, that guy would have been murked like in a second. Damn, this fucking Edwin pissed me the fuck off. Scare tactics a little bit. Shooting some grenades actually does work. I don't think I got one hit on it there. And it seemed like I was landing everyone. lost the game there. You guys can
Hooray!
see. I just didn't fuck around with that higher ground, even if it's like once there. And I got the dub. Thank you guys for watching, and I'm gonna post the highlights
Yay.
video soon.
I did it. I won.
Wait.